This coverage at CES 2019 has been sponsored by MSI. Without them, I wouldn't be here to check out all of these new laptops. I've previously covered MSI's gaming laptops in another video. This time we're going to see what's going on over on the more professional side. These machines are aimed more towards creators and designers, for instance, rather than those after pure gaming performance. Let's start with the PS63 Modern. It's got a solid metal body with a blue finish, and like the GS75, also has a wider than usual touchpad with fingerprint scanner in the top left corner. The keyboard felt nice to type with and has white backlighting. The air exhausts can also be seen at the back just below the screen. The lid is solid metal too and has the same blue finish with a very subtle MSI logo in the center. Overall, it had a very premium finish and feel to it. The PS63 is available in two configurations. The 8RC has NVIDIA GTX 1050 Max-Q graphics, while the 8M version just relies on the Intel integrated graphics. Again, these aren't gaming machines, so they don't need beefy GPUs. The unit I was checking out had an Intel Whiskey Lake i7-8565U quad-core CPU. I recently tested that out in another laptop and it actually does quite well. The 15.6-inch 1080p screen has an 86% screen-to-body ratio, but what I found most interesting was that MSI notes 16 hours of battery life. That's a pretty huge claim, and it will obviously depend on what you're actually doing and the configuration of the machine. Though the 4-cell 82Wh battery is fairly large, and can be charged 80% with Qualcomm Quick Charge in just 35 minutes. The total weight is around 1.6 kilos, and it's actually got quite a small power brick. This would be super appreciated by someone that travels frequently. Oh, and if you're wondering why this shot looks so much nicer, it's because Eva from Hardware Canucks turned up and schooled us all on doing it right. I can't wait to see how much better their video turns out. The next laptop on show was the P65 Creator. It's a little heavier at 1.8 kilos and notes around 8 hours of battery life, despite having the same 4-cell 82Wh battery, most likely a result of the higher end specs. So the PS63 does seem better there if you don't need GPU power. It's lighter and lasts longer. I'm not sure if you noticed, but the body is basically a white GS65, which is just fine by me, as I personally like the look of that design. It's available with 8th gen i7-8750H CPU with the option of 1070 Max-Q, 1060 Max-Q, or 1050 Ti graphics. Next up is the PS42 Modern, and I think this was my favourite of these laptops. It's got a solid metal body with a silver finish, and it felt very nice. There's just something about holding a solid metal laptop compared to a plastic gaming laptop. Maybe it's personal preference, but I prefer it so much more. The PS42 is available in 3 different models. The 8M model has no discrete graphics. The 8RB has the NVIDIA MX150 graphics, and this was the one on display in the video. And the 8RC model, which has the NVIDIA GTX 1050 Max-Q graphics. So a few options based on your needs in terms of graphics, which seems to be the only difference as far as I can tell. The CPU in this one was the Intel i7-8550U, another quad-core chip which I've tested on the channel before, and again it holds up quite nicely. If you're after more power, then you'll want to look at MSI's Workstation range. This model on display was the WS65, and had Intel's i9-8950HK CPU and an NVIDIA P3200 Quadro graphics card, so quite a powerful workstation in a fairly portable body. Other models within the Workstation range include Xeon server-grade CPUs, ECC memory, and range from Quadro P1000 to P5200 graphics. So there are some pretty serious options available if you need them. Again, this range isn't for gaming. MSI's workstations are professional work like 3D modeling and engineering. I've also quickly shown some of these models in my livestream, although I think I had to stop for the presentation before getting through them all. It's worth checking out the stream of MSI's presentation if you're after more information on these laptops, as they talk about them a bit there too. I've got more coverage of CES 2019 on the way, so if you're new to the channel, get subscribed so you don't miss any.